Happiness depends more on the inward disposition of mind than on outward circumstances. Never ruin an apology with an excuse. Fatigue is the best pillow. It is the first responsibility of every citizen to question authority. Contentment makes poor men rich. Discontent makes rich men poor. Rather go to bed without dinner than to rise in debt. Never leave till tomorrow that which you can do today. Time is money. Speak ill of no man, but speak all the good you know of everybody. Friend who won, enemy to none. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors. Educate your children to self-control, to the habit of holding possession and prejudice, and evil tendencies subject to an upright and reasoning will, and you will have done much to abolish misery from their future and crimes from society. We must all hang together, or assuredly, we shall all hang separately. Instead of cursing the darkness, light a candle. If all printers were determined not to print anything till they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed. Never confuse motion with action. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Well done is better than well said. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Lost time is never found again. Haste makes waste. Never leave that till tomorrow which you can do today. He that can have patience can have what he will. There never was a good knife made of bad steel. Little strokes fell great oaks. Three may keep a secret if two of them are dead. A slip of the foot you may soon recover, but a slip of the tongue you may never get over. Wealth is not his that has it, but his that enjoys it. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. When you're testing to see how deep water is, never use 2 feet. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Do good to your friends to keep them, to your enemies to win them. God helps them that help themselves. Where there is marriage without love, there will be love without marriage. When you're good to others, you are best to yourself. He that falls in love with himself will have no rivals. Anger is never without a reason, but seldom with a good one. Diligence is the mother of good luck. The way to see by faith is to shut the eye of reason. Experience keeps a dear school, but fools will learn in no other. All wars are follies, very expensive and very mischievous one. They that can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write things worth reading or do things worth writing. Hide not your talents, they for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? Be slow in choosing a friend, slower in changing. A penny saved is a penny earned. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut after. Be civil to all, sociable to many, familiar with few, friend to one, enemy to none. When you're finished changing, you're finished. He that displays too often his wife, and his wallet is in danger of having both of them borrowed. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. He that lies down with dogs shall rise up with fleas. Don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Eat to live, and not live to eat. Genius without education is like silver in the mine. Guess, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. He that will not be counseled cannot be helped. If your head is wax, don't walk in the sun. It is easier to prevent bad habits than to break them. Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. Make use of your friends to do this for you. The door of opportunity won't open unless you do some pushing. There are 3 faithful friends: an old wife, an old dog, and ready money. There is no kind of dishonesty into which otherwise good people more easily and frequently fall than that of defrauding the government. They who would give up an essential liberty for temporary security deserve neither liberty or security. An empty bag cannot stand upright. Better slip with foot than tongue. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. By doing nothing, we learn to do ill. Do not squander time, for that's the stuff life is made of. Eat to live, not live to eat. Energy and persistence conquer all things. Fear not death, for the sooner we die, the longer shall we be immortal. Fish and visitors smell in 3 days. Forgive all who have offended you, not for them, but for yourself. Freedom of speech is a principal pillar of a free government. Genius is nothing but a greater aptitude for patience. The woman who wants the most sex is the one who often yearns for deeper sense of intimacy, yet may struggle to find it through physical means alone. He that would live in peace and at ease must not speak all he knows or all he sees. He who falls in love with himself will have no rivals. He who multiplies riches multiplies cares. Honesty is the best policy. How few there are who have courage enough to own their faults or resolution enough to mend them. I'm for doing good to the poor, but I differ in opinion about the means. I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it. I saw a few die of hunger, of eating 100,000. If a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. If a man empties his purse into his head, no one can take it from him. If you desire many things will seem few. If you would be loved, love and be lovable. If you would know the value of money, go and try to borrow some. It is easier to suppress the first desire than to satisfy all that follow it. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. Life's tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. Little more than nothing is, by many more esteemed than a little. Love your enemies, for they tell you your faults. Make yourself sheep, and the wolves will eat you.